Alright, we've almost finished the story. I didn't expect this to be 4 parts. Hopefully this will be the last part. Hope you guys enjoy this. And we'll see if there'll be more fanfiction posts. I mean, I know there will be more. I just don't know when the next one will go up. So let's get this story finished.
Not, Cherry Bomb said immediately when Shinji walked in with a small, pale child in his arms. Hear me out! No, we're boxers, not a daycare. She can fight, Shinji said. Everyone stopped. What? Carnival asked. She can fight, I'm serious. She's got technique that I've only seen in the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. Clubber Lang style, to be specific. She's like if you trained someone from birth to be the perfect fighter, but then gave them 3 years of consciousness and nothing else. Galaxy Girl was already standing, moving closer to the child. Hey there, little one, what's your name? I don't have one, the clone said flatly. Well, you do now, Cherry Bomb said, and Shinji could hear the decision being made even as she spoke. We're naming you Sally. Sally? The child asked. Sally? Carnival confirmed, already reaching out to hold her. Sally's ours now, Galaxy Girl beamed at Shinji. We're a family of 4 with a daughter, I love it. It's like a starship crew, but with more love and more tiny fists. Hashtag training Sally. The next 3 years were unlike anything Shinji could have imagined. Sally grew, but not normally. By age 6, she was already taller than most children her age, her REI clone physiology producing something between human and something else entirely. But her personality remained pure RI, quiet, observant, oddly philosophical despite her youth. She loved her mothers, all of them. Cherry Bomb would work combos with her, laughing at how seriously the child took each movement. Carnival would make her laugh, actually laugh, which was rare for Sally, with terrible jokes between drills. Galaxy Girl would dance with her, teaching her that boxing could have rhythm and joy. And Shinji became the father she needed. Patient, gentle, but firm when it came to technique. You have Clubber Lang's skill, he told her one day during training. But you have Rare's heart. That's your real advantage. Most fighters train to hurt people. You'll fight to protect those you love. Sally considered this. Will I hurt people? Yes, Shinji said honestly. That's what boxing is. But you'll do it with purpose. She nodded, accepting this as she accepted all things with that strange, ancient calm. Hashtag the professional career. When Sally turned 9, the family held a meeting. If she wants to fight professionally, Cherry Bomb said, we need to do this right. She needs a ring name, something that captures what she is. Mercy Lang, Galaxy Girl said immediately. Everyone looked at her. Mercy, she explained, because she's part Rai, and Rai means spirit, right? Spirit, Mercy, they're connected. And Lang because of Clubber Lang's technique that she inherited. It's a name that honors where she comes from and what she is. Mercy Lang, Carnival repeated, testing it. I like it. It's got power and gentleness at the same time. Sally listened to all of this with characteristic quiet. Then she asked, will you all be there when I fight? Always, Shinji said, and the other 3 nodded in agreement. Hashtag Part 9, the championship. 5 years later, Mercy Lang, now 14 and already a legend in Beat Zone, stood in the ring for the championship bout. Her opponent was Ray, the same fighter who'd been scouted years ago, the one Cherry Bomb had deemed lacking in personality. Ray had grown too. She was faster now, stronger, technically perfect in every way. But she was still just technique. Just wins. No soul behind the strikes. Mercy Lang was different. She wore white gloves and a simple black athletic suit with Mercy Lang across the back. In the corner stood her entire family. Cherry Bomb, Carnival, Galaxy Girl, and Shinji in his purple tracksuit, now worn and familiar. The bell rang. Ray came out aggressive, her strikes precise and calculated. Mercy dodged them with the ease of someone born to fight, but she didn't counter immediately. She was patient, waiting, watching. In the second round, Ray made her mistake. A fraction too much commitment to a combination, leaving her ribs exposed. Mercy moved like water. Her strikes came fast, not with Clubber Lang's raw power, but with something more refined, precise, efficient, almost mathematical in their placement. But underneath that precision was something else, a kind of grace, a rhythm that made her movements look almost like dancing. Ray tried to recover, but she was already overwhelmed. This wasn't just skill versus skill. This was a fighter who'd trained among love, among laughter, among purpose, facing a fighter who'd trained in isolation. The bell rang for round 3, but Ray didn't come out. The referee raised Mercy Lang's hand. Champion. Hashtag the celebration. The party afterward was held at their home, the place where a year had somehow become 10, where a lost man from a dying world had found family, where a child with ancient eyes had learned to smile. Mercy Lang sat in the middle of the couch, still in her championship belt, and Shinji couldn't remember ever seeing her look so happy. Cherry Bomb was telling the story of the match to anyone who would listen, complete with play-by-play commentary. Carnival was making terrible jokes about Ray's style. Galaxy Girl was dancing around the room to disco music, occasionally pulling Mercy into a spin. You know what's weird? Mercy said quietly to Shinji. What? I was created to fight. That was my purpose. But I never understood why until I met all of you. Fighting wasn't supposed to be about winning. It's supposed to be about protecting what you love. About showing others that there's a better way than giving up. Shinji felt tears in his eyes. This small clone of the first Ari, who'd once been empty and violent, was now teaching him about purpose. I'm proud of you, he said. I know, Mercy replied with that characteristic flatness. But also, I love you. All of you. That's the important thing. Cherry Bomb came over and scooped Mercy up, spinning her around while she laughed. Actually laughed. Carnival joined in with another terrible joke. Galaxy Girl harmonized something that might have been disco-themed and might have been completely made up. And Shinji watched his family, his actual, real, impossible family, and felt something he'd never felt in his original world. Complete. Not in the sense of being filled, but in the sense of being whole. Of having people who chose him every day, and of choosing them back, fully and without reservation. Outside, Bait Zone continued its strange existence, a world of impossible boxers and impossible dreams. But inside this small apartment, 3 women and a man and their daughter had built something that didn't fit into any genre, any gimmick, any world but their own. And in the glow of victory and disco lights and the warmth of genuine love, Shinji Ikari, who'd started in a puddle with no memories and everything to prove, had finally found his place in the world. Not by running away, not by isolating himself, but by standing in the ring in a purple tracksuit, corner spotting for people he loved, knowing that whatever came next, he wouldn't face it alone. The end.
Alright, hope you enjoyed Shinji's Boxing Angels. I wrote the story, but like I said, the AI did some stuff to it. What do you think of this combination of Evangelion upbeat and the Rocky universe? Comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon if you're new, and I hope you enjoyed this 4-part fanfiction. Alright, I will post some more in the future, including a reaction to the story set in the Rocky universe. So we'll see how Mick, Rocky, Apollo, and Tommy Gunn react to this story. Alright, later days.